Oh, I'm live now. Hey guys, so I wanted to go live just for a short time to help motivate some folks. I just had a call with, or a live Q&A with my challenge group, and during the Q&A, I talked about how things go when you're on a weight loss journey, right? How we have different paths on that journey as we go through. At the beginning of our weight loss journey, like when we start day one, we're like, oh, shoot, I got this. I am ready to lose weight. And that first week, we are on it. We're working out, we're eating right, we're doing everything we need to do to keep that thing going, right? Then week two comes along, we're like, well, I did so great last week. I can ease up a little bit this week. And we notice that the weight loss isn't as much. Then by week three, we're at that fork in the road where we have two paths that we can go, right? We can go one path where it's like, man, I done already messed up. I didn't lose any weight this week. And, I ate this, I ate that, I cheated, I messed up. So I'm just going to keep on the path. I'm just going to say, forget it and keep moving forward. Just you mess up. And then 3 months later, now you're ready to try again and do something else, the next fad diet out, right? The second path, the second option is to say, hey, you know what? I did mess up, and we all stumble sometimes. We all stumble on our journey. Hey, how are you? We all stumble on our journey, right? But we want to make sure that we keep it going. So we say, you know what? I messed up, and I'm not going to let that take me down. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to lose more weight. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to keep eating right. I'm going to keep exercising and keep doing what I need to do to get healthy. That's the path that we want to stay on. We don't want to be those people who decide, I messed up after week 2, so I'm done. I give up. I wasted my money if I did invest in something, or I'm just, forget it. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. I quit. We have to remember our why. I always tell folks, think about your why is what made you start doing this, right? Why did you start exercising? What made you want to get healthy? For me, it's my children, my daughter especially. She's so similar to me. So I was like, I need to be healthy so she's healthy. So think about that. Your why is what gets you started and what keeps you going when you want to give up. When you're 2 months into it and you're down 5 pounds and you're like, man, I've been working so hard. What's going to keep you going? You got to think about that. And that's what you want to use along your path. So it's all about staying motivated, but don't give up. Stay committed. Stay dedicated. Like when we give up, all we're doing is failing ourselves, right? Who else misses out on the weight loss, on the good health, on the joy that we get from being healthy and the longer life? Us. So don't give up on yourselves. Keep moving. We got this. We can do it. So guys, do you have any questions for me? I just wanted to get on here and just, that was in my heart to say to folks that we cannot give up. Like this journey is important, and we've got to do what we can. And remember our why. Remember why we're doing this. Is it health? Has the doctor started to tell you, you've got, you're borderline diabetic, you've got high blood pressure, you've got some cholesterol issues. Is it family? You can't keep up with your kids anymore. That was me. I had no other real health issues. I wasn't diabetic or high blood pressure or high cholesterol, any of that. I couldn't keep up with my kids. That was me. I was that mom who, I couldn't keep up with them. I couldn't walk fast enough to stay up with them. They would run ahead of me and all I could do is yell, and I'll never forget. I remember the day that I decided that enough was enough. I was at Target and my son had run off, right? He was 2 years old. He had run off ahead of me. And I'm chasing him with the stroller. My daughter's in the stroller. I'm pushing the stroller and I'm telling him, come on. And I'm going as fast as I can, but I can't keep up with him. And it's not like a 2-year-old so fast, but I was 330 pounds. I couldn't do it. And someone else, some kind stranger had to come over and grab my kid because I couldn't do it. Like that right there was it. Oh my gosh, that took me out. That took me out. I literally broke down crying in Target. So that's when I was like, I can't do this anymore. That was the day that I decided that's it. So someone has a question, is it safe to work out on keto? So I've been on keto for 2 years now, off and on. Sometimes I mess up. Like I said, stay on the path. You mess up, keep going. So yeah, I work out. I've worked out the entire time on keto. It's, to me, it's a part of it. Like when I coach folks, or when folks join my challenge, like an exercise program, workout program is a part of that. Like I provide people with exercise, with workouts to do. It's extremely important. If you check out my channel, you'll see like I post workouts too. Definitely. And also on Instagram, I post workouts because it's important. Like to me, working out is a part of it. That's the difference. Honestly, if you think about keto, right? Keto turns our body into essentially a fat burning machine, right? We burn fat all the time on keto. And when we have more muscle because we're lifting weights, muscle makes your body burn fat too. So now we're basically burning times two. We've got we're burning fat just because we're in ketosis, right? Our body is automatically using the ketones and burning fat, right? Using ketones for energy, and then so it's burning more fat basically. And then we've got lean muscle, and so we're burning fat in that way. Also, honestly, if you work out on keto, especially if you lift weights, sorry, let me go back. And then when you do cardio, the cardio helps the muscle burn the fat as well. So now you're burning even more fat. So it's like double. So when you see people who lose a ton of weight on keto very fast, a lot of them work out, especially those who don't have a lot of loose skin. Like if you look at me and I show a lot of times my arms and stomach and stuff, I don't have a ton of loose skin. I do have some at the bottom of my stomach, and that's actually from having 4 kids, not necessarily from losing weight. Because I work out, I believe because I worked out throughout my journey, I don't have a lot of loose skin. And also the way that I do keto promotes less loose skin as well. But yeah, you can work out on keto for sure. It's in my opinion, it's preferred. It's smart to work out on keto. I know some people don't. Hey, Patricia, how are you? But yeah, keep going on your journey. Again, whether you're keto or not, exercise, eating right, eating healthy. I think low carbs are important whether you're keto or not, honestly. We've been taught for so long that carbs are like king, and they're not. You know, like I'm a certified personal trainer, and as part of it, we have to look at nutrition. And the nutrition piece, they even say in like the personal training stuff, carbs are king. And if you think about it, carbs are not adding tons of value to our body. We can use carbs for energy, but if I can use fat for energy too, why would I use carbs when I can just be burning fat? You know, it just doesn't make sense when you think about it. But either way, like if carbs are used for energy, since carbs are used for energy, because they do give you energy, but you also get a crash when you do carbs, right? You don't crash when you have fat, when you're using fat for energy. But anyways, when you use carbs as energy, that means your body is burning the carbs and not taking as much time to burn the fat. So now it's kind of missing out. So low carbs are fairly important regardless, right? And not eating a ton of carbs, especially as you get closer to bedtime, right? Because your body doesn't burn as fast overnight or while you're sleeping as it does while you're awake. But eating right, working out is key. You know, whether you're keto or not, I think it's important to work out, and that's how it helps burn fat as well. One thing I meant to mention about keto, or if you're vegan, whatever you are, whatever health lifestyle you've chosen, it is important to eat a healthy, nutritious diet, right? So if you're keto, you don't want to be like eating bacon, eating tons of like bacon and you know, crap food, right? Bunch of processed foods. You still want to eat good, healthy, nutritious foods, right? You still want to have vegetables. We eat lots of vegetables on keto. We eat good fats on keto. Not like I'm not getting a ton of fat from like meat, right? I'm getting a lot of fats from oils, avocados, things like that, healthy fats that are going to just be better for your body in general, because there are people on keto who who end up with cholesterol issues. And lots of times that's because of the types of fats that they're eating. I've noticed some people use sauces like ranch or ketchup, for example, but I heard you can't have things like that. What do you do? Well, you can have ranch. I actually have an organic ranch from Target, but ranch is actually pretty low in carbs. It's like 2 carbs for 2 tablespoons of ranch. So that's actually not too bad. Ketchup is somewhat sugary, right? But I still do a little bit of ketchup, and I just monitor it. If you just watch and stay within your macros. So if you get your macros calculated and you stay within your macros, you'll be good regardless, whether it's, whether you're doing ranch, ketchup, whatever. You'll be good as long as you're staying within your macros. So definitely get your macros calculated if you haven't already, and that's going to be key for whatever you're eating. Sorry. And water. Drink tons of water. I do. I drink, this bottle is about 48 ounces of water in it. And I drink about between 3 and 4 of these a day. It's important to drink like half your body weight in water. For me, I actually end up having to drink more than that because I work out so much, but then also because my body's gotten used to drinking that much water. Any other questions? Anything I can help anybody else with? Because I just wanted to get on here and provide that additional motivation to just say, stick with it. It's important. You're important. You matter. And that's why it's so important to stick to it. That's why it's so important to get healthy. Do your research, whatever you do, whatever type of eating you're doing, whether it be, again, keto or vegan. I've mentioned this before in some other videos, but I was vegetarian for 2 years and I was over 300 pounds as a vegetarian. Why? Because I was not doing it right. I was eating no meat, but I felt basically the meat that I wasn't eating, I filled with carbs. So I ate tons of pizza. I ate chips. I ate, whatever I wanted. And I thought, oh, I'm going to lose weight because I'm not eating meat. And that did not happen. There's a lot of overweight vegetarians and vegans out there. Also, a lot of times vegans and vegetarians eat a lot of soy, and that is not good for our bodies either. So just think about that depending on, how you're eating, whatever you're eating, whatever plan or diet that you choose, make sure that you're doing it in a healthy way and make sure you do your research first. Any thoughts on Bulletproof coffee? If you're combining keto and IM, is that intermittent? Do you mean intermittent fasting? Does the BPC break the fast? So that's always a good question to ask, and I love hearing that. So the question is, does Bulletproof coffee break the fast if you're doing intermittent fasting? And thing is, it depends on why you're fasting. So if you're fasting for autophagy or something like that, where you're trying to, it's for cell rejuvenation, yada, 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 that yes, Bulletproof coffee does break the fast. If you're fasting just to kind of have one less meal, kind of reduce what you're eating, and also just listening to your body that you're not necessarily hungry, but maybe you are slightly hungry, and the Bulletproof coffee will not only keep you awake, but also help hold you over until your next meal, then go for it. You'd rather have that than have a big meal, and now you're missing out on the benefits of intermittent fasting. So I will tell you this. For the most part, I have drank my Bulletproof coffee during my fasting time of intermittent fasting. I don't do it as much anymore because my body doesn't really require it as much the way it used to. But when I started, I definitely drank my Bulletproof coffee during the fasting phase, during the fasting portion of intermittent fasting. Another question came up. I recently fell off my weight loss and gained 4 pounds right back. How do I mentally start back? So that's tough. That happens all the time. And I actually started this video talking about that. So many people, we start our journey, and believe me, I am someone who I've been on a diet since I was 8 years old, right? Some sort of diet, right? Some sort of weight loss journey since I was literally 8 years old. I'm not kidding. I was 135 pounds at 8 years old. This happens. We all fall off, and we come to a fork in the road where we can choose to fall off and stay off and just keep going on the path of, of continued poor health, continuing along the path of, I'm going to do this and I'm going to not, and then I'm going to do it and then I'll fall off. And then we end up eating and gaining more weight and then being upset with ourselves and then continuing forward and gaining more weight. Or you can say, you know what? I stumble sometimes. Everyone stumbles sometimes. I posted a video last month, or I think it was last month, about how I gained 40 pounds back in about 3 months' time because I was doing so much and just not focusing on my health. I gained 40 pounds, okay? I lost 120 and then I gained 40 pounds. So it's like I lost them since, right? I lost 30 of those pounds and then I lost the other 10. But I've lost that weight since, but it happens to all of us. We all fall off sometimes. Now it's just about how do you get it back? What do? You can't beat yourself up, because if we beat ourselves up, it adds no value. What value does it add to say, oh, I'm so fat, darn, why am I doing this again? This isn't going to do anything. I'm going to always be fat. That all that does is bring negativity. So what you want to do is say, you know what? I mess up sometimes. We all do. And now I'm going to get back on it. I'm going to drink a ton of water, because water helps our system to detox and helps flush the toxin through our body. So I'm going to drink tons of water, and I'm going to get back on keto, and I'm going to do what it takes to push me, whether that be remembering your why. I talk about this all the time. The why is what gets you started and keeps you going, especially when you want to give up, right? Whether it be joining something. I mean, some people join Weight Watchers. I even have a keto challenge that I do where I'm doing like group coaching. You could join our challenge for next month. You can do anything, like whatever it's going to take to keep pushing. Find a friend, like if you have a friend who's also on the journey and you guys just have use each other as an accountability partner, that's usually free. That's free, do things like that, whatever it's going to take to keep you motivated. But what I always use that keeps me the most motivated is remembering my why. Why am I doing this? And I look and I have 4 little people that tell me exactly why every single day, because now I can keep up with them no matter what. I can run with them. I can play outside with them. I can do all the things that I could not do 2 years ago. I can't believe it's only been 2 years. I'm a crybaby guy, so, don't mind me. 2 years ago, I couldn't do any of that. So, just think about those things. That's what I do. Sorry, so many questions. Oh, I don't mind. But I always feel sleepy or down. So I have a problem with energy drinks. Oh, any suggestions? Are you on keto? If you're currently on keto, you should, and you don't cheat, right? If you're on keto and you get into ketosis and you don't cheat, like you don't get yourself out of ketosis, you should have a burst of energy that almost never goes away. Like I have a ton of energy almost all the time. There are times when I do get sleepy, but it's usually because I've gotten like no sleep and, I've got 4 kids and I'm starting a business and all that other stuff. But for the most part, I have a lot of energy. And when you're in ketosis, like after you go through the keto flu, if you go through the keto flu, I never go through it anymore. But if you go through the keto flu, once you're out of that, the energy will spike and you should be good. There's going to be times like in the evenings when you get sleepy, but for the most part, you should be good. So yeah, she's saying, I want to do keto, but I have the energy drink problem. So I haven't started. Yeah, I would suggest, okay, so energy drinks. I think there's some low carb energy drinks, like maybe 5 Hour or something. But then there's also like, I don't like energy drinks. I just don't like the concept, but I do have coffee. Like, I drink coffee. I love it. That said, I drink decaf because like I said, I have so much energy already that if I have a cup of regular coffee, then I will I'll be wired for hours and hours and hours, and I won't sleep, and it gets ridiculous. So I have to have decaf coffee, and I have like 2 cups of decaf coffee a day. But coffee helps. There's also this amino energy that's really good, and it's got caffeine in it, and it's low in carbs as well. So that might be an option too. I forgot who makes it. It's in my Amazon store. Like I've got a link to my Amazon stuff, like my favorite Amazon things, and it's in there. I think that link should be in this video. I know it's in my other videos. I think it should be in this video too. But yeah, I've got a link. I've got this. It's amino energy, and that's something that I've used before. And I actually used that when I first started my journey. I don't use it as much anymore because again, for me, it's too much caffeine and I can get wired really easily. But I used to use it a lot at the beginning, and I used to actually drink it during my workouts, and it would keep me energized during my workouts as well. So it's really good. I think it's called amino energy, but I can't remember what it looks like. I mean, I know what it looks like, but I can't remember who makes it. No, I can't run into the kitchen right now. That'd just be rude to get it. So, So any more questions, guys? Because I wanted to get on and answer any questions you guys had, and then also talk about just staying motivated. I'm telling you guys, it's so important. It really is. Any questions, guys? All right. I will let you guys go. Thank you so much for joining, and check out my website. I think the link should be in the description. It's LifeHealthNow.com. It's something that I actually did. I created it myself, developed it myself, and just putting some things together to get folks going. Weight writing. Oh, okay. All right. One more. SlimFast had a keto plan. Have you heard of it? SlimFast has a keto plan. I assume is. I mean, if it's, I haven't heard of it 100%. I remember hearing that they might have one, but my thoughts are if SlimFast has a keto plan, it's probably what, 2 shakes and then a regular meal, right? So isn't SlimFast's plan always keto? I guess it's not because it wasn't low carb, but I guess what they did, it sounds like what they did was just make their shakes low carbs. I don't know. I have a tough time with like those, like anything that makes me that tells me I should have 2 supplements and then a meal, because I don't feel like it's sustainable. Am I going to do that for the rest of my life? Have supplements and then a meal, or shakes and then a meal? That's my only kind of issue with those types of programs, because I've tried those in the past and it was never sustainable for me. Also, after a while, I can't keep. It just makes sense for me to keep paying for shakes, so I'd have to figure out my own way, and I'd struggle. So, but I do like the taste of SlimFast shakes, I must say. Let me see. Someone else had a question. Is there a keto for dummies, or do you have a video for your tasty buffalo chicken? I do have a video for my chicken, and I really need to edit it. Once I edit the video, I'm going to put it out there, but it's air fried. Well, I do some air fried buffalo wings, and that one I've taped because I love my air fryer. Oh my goodness, it is the best. But I also have one, you can do the same thing in the oven. It's faster in the air fryer, to be honest. And I do have a keto for dummies. I actually wrote an ebook. It's essentially keto for dummies. It's going to break everything down for you. And it's on my website. Here, I'll type my website's name. And it's Keto for Dummies, and it's going to show you basically how keto works and give you some recipes and all kinds of stuff, but then also tell you why it works and what you can do. And I also put together like a Keto Starter Kit too, because I was getting this question a lot. So it's a full starter kit with 4 weeks of meal plans, kind of a weekly video saying, hey, here's what you're going to do this week. Here's how you're going to keep moving. Here's how you stay motivated, those types of things. And just all the information you really need to start your keto journey. So check out my website. I've got a lot of stuff on there. I'm actually pretty proud of it, to be honest. And I think I'm so proud of it because I did it myself, right? I put it together myself. I created the website. Like, I developed it myself, not from Wix, but literally from WordPress. I had to learn how to program. And then I also, wrote the book myself and put together the starter kit and just developed the products myself. So I'm proud of it. But yeah, I'm going to put up a video for my wings. I lost 39 pounds, then hit a plateau, tried a fat fast. Yeah, lost 7 pounds in 3 to 4 days. And now I'm never hungry. Yeah. The fat fast is no joke. Like, it'll get you into ketosis fast, right? Quickly. And then also you're not hungry at all during a fat fast. And you drop weight so quick, like the fastest on earth. The only thing I've ever dropped weight faster than a fat fast was the Master Cleanse. And that's essentially a water fast. But yeah, the fat fast is not a game. So yeah, I mean, just keep pushing, Patricia. I think you can do it. I mean, it sounds like, you're out, at least you're out of your plateau. Keep working out, doing what you can to continue to get healthy. 2 shakes and a meal. They also have fat bombs. Oh, go ahead. We're talking about SlimFast again. I'm reading back to the SlimFast one. So SlimFast has fat bombs now. I found that I make the fat bombs are so easy to make. Like, I've got a fat bomb. I got a video I posted here. It's like, I call it keto cheesecake ice cream, but it's essentially a fat bomb, and it's so easy. It takes like 5 minutes to make. I do have to put it in the freezer though for like 20 minutes after that, and then I can eat it, and it's so good. But it's like, I can do that for free or for, really, really cheap and make a ton of them. I don't like buying products personally. I know that sounds crazy. If I can do it myself and do it pretty quickly, then I'm going to choose to do it that way always. I've been on keto a little over a month. My period was very painful. I'm assuming it was the cheese and red meat. Any thoughts? So it's funny. I will say that like the first couple months on keto, I had issues also with, and sorry for any guys on here, also with my menstrual cycle. It's not only was it heavy, but it was also, it wasn't painful, but it was just different, right? And a lot of times it's our bodies trying to adjust to a more balanced hormonal state, right? Keto actually helps us to balance our hormones. Our hormones in general are out of whack because of the way we eat and all the sugar that we have, and our bodies are just not functioning the way they should. And keto does help us to get back to the way it's supposed to be. That's why people who have like PCOS and endometriosis, I have endometriosis, on keto, they get pregnant, right? Which is like, what? Like doctors have been telling us women who have endometriosis, fibroids, PCOS for years that we, would have to get in vitro and all these other things to get pregnant. And keto has helped us get pregnant. I have 4 kids. I was told that I wouldn't have any. So, it helps us, it helps our hormones get back, to the state that it's supposed to be. It balances our hormones. It helps to balance our hormones. And that's why we're able to have babies and stuff. But that said, I'm reading that doing a lot of red meat and a lot of cheese. And that could be affecting things depending on the quality of the meat and the cheese that you're eating. If it's not like I'll only eat organic cheese. Meat is always grass-fed. If I do eat red meat, which is rare, then it's always going to be grass-fed. If I'm eating chicken, it's going to be organic. We have to think about the quality of our foods too. And that plays a big part into that hormonal balance, to be honest. This is very helpful. I plan to join your challenge. Thank you for doing this. Oh, thank you so much. The challenges are so much fun. This one right now, we're gonna be finishing it. This is week 3, so next week is the last week. It is honestly an absolute ball. We're having so much fun. Everybody's enjoying it. So yeah, definitely get into the challenge now. You can go to my website to sign up. And I look at the challenge as group coaching, because the way I see it is, yeah, you can, win a prize and all that other stuff. But in the end, the prize is health, right? The prize is better health. So I look at it as group coaching. I'm answering questions. I'm trying to get folks going I'm working to keep folks motivated, helping them remember why they're doing this. And really, I'm pushing them to keep going. Like, you're getting emails from me. You're getting tagged on Facebook. You're hearing from me during this challenge because I want you to be successful. Like, I'm invested in people's health because I just don't want anybody to feel like I felt, and to go through what I went through. And if they are currently going through, I want them out of that state. I want them to be able to get to a place of better health and a place of more joy and happiness as opposed to being down. Not that you never get down once you lose weight. Obviously, we all have different issues and things like that. But at least that won't be the reason that you're down, right? At least you have one less reason. So it's like, it's so important. Honestly, our health is so important. And we're the only ones that are going to be able to manage it. The way I see it, no one cares about our health except for us. We're the only one that can do it. And doing, weight loss surgery, though it can help us, there's so many side effects that they aren't talking about with that, and then, stuffing tons of pills down our throats. Again, so many side effects like these. There's so many different things that we're being being pushed to do. And it's just not as helpful as actually eating a healthy lifestyle and exercising. That's the important part. That's the important piece. That's the way to do it. So thank you guys again for joining. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. It's 10 o'clock. My goodness. I didn't realize it was this late. So I hope you guys have a great evening or night or, bed. I don't know. I will talk to you guys soon. I'm going to try and go live more Wednesday is likely the day that I'll be going live, and it's usually probably around this time, like the 9:30 time is around the time I'll probably go live more often on Wednesdays because it's just that time is usually easier for me. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Thanks.